Hello everyone and welcome to Cricketing with Delonda. It's me again, Delonda, and thank you so much for joining me today. If you saw my tutorial where I made this shirt and this bag, you know that I was using the Siser EasyColor DTV. Well, I am super excited to show you that not only have I purchased more of those bags, but I thought of another idea to use the Siser EasyColor DTV. I think I'm in love with this stuff, maybe a little bit too much. Now, these bags came from Michaels and they are on sale for $1, but they are not available online. You actually have to go into the store to get them. I was able to get 6 bags at one store, and I know multiple people who have brought many bags, so I'm going to leave that part up to you. Now, I am going to show you how to use the Siser EasyColor DTV in order to create a cute bag just like this, and I am so excited to share this process with you. I can barely contain myself. At the end of this video, if you find this tutorial helpful, please consider liking the video, subscribing to my channel, and turning on the bell for notifications because I do upload new content every single week. So without further ado, let's get started. The materials I'm going to use for this project include my Cricut Explore Air 2, my pen weeding tool, my green standard grip mat, 1 sheet of the Siser EasyColor DTV, my Cricut Easy Press mat. I'm using white Siser Easy Weed HTV, green HTV Ront HTV, this black and white bag that I purchased from Michaels. These are currently $1, but you have to find them in the store. And I'm also going to use my 9x9 Cricut Easy Press. Okay, so without further ado, let's head on over to Design Bundles, and then we will go over to Cricut Design Space. The first thing I did is go to the designbundles.net website, and I did a search for family quotes, and as you can see, I've already purchased this product. And when I was looking through this bundle, I was looking for a file that was not too big in height, and I just wanted something that would fit nicely on the bag. And so I kind of looked through these files, and there were a lot of them that I liked. I like this one that says family where life begins and love never ends. And I also just like the simplicity of this one that just says family. I like this one also that says together is our favorite place to be. And so as you can tell, there are several that I like in this bundle. So what I did was I downloaded this bundle just by clicking on the download, and then I extracted it. And once I had the files extracted, I went over to Design Space and uploaded the file that I plan to use in my project. So let's go over to Cricut Design Space. I am in Cricut Design Space and I'm connected to my Cricut Explore Air 2. The first thing I'm going to do is recreate the bag in Cricut Design Space so I can see how all of this is going to come together. So I'm going to grab a shape. I'm going to grab a square, and I am going to click the unlock option, and at the top, the width of the bag is 15 inches. So I am going to change this to 15, and the height of the bag is right at 6. So my allowable space is 15 by 6 at the top, and it is white. And then at the bottom of the bag, I can just really duplicate this, and the width, of course, is still 15, and the height, my allowable height, is right at 5.75. So I'm going to click unlock and change the height to 5.75. And I am going to change the color of this to black. And this will kind of let me know, what my bag will look like once it's all put together. I'm going to bring my view down to 75%. And I am going to select both of these rectangles, and I am going to just align them to the left. Okay. And then I will just group them. Okay. So this will keep them together, and it'll let me know how everything is going to look. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is click on upload, and I am going to view all to find one of my older family photos that I've used before. Okay, so I am going to bring this down, actually bring it down a lot. Okay, so that it fits in there nicely and that it is in the allowable space that, you know, Cricut Design Space will allow. And I like that. I think that looks really, really nice. And then at the bottom, I am going to click upload, and I am going to add this phrase from the file that I just downloaded and extracted. I'm going to add this phrase to the bottom of the bag. And I want to arrange and send this to the front. And I'm going to change the color of this text to green. And I am going to stretch this out so that it kind of takes up a big portion of the bag, so that it makes a bold, big, bold statement. And I love this. I love it. I love it. I love this. And so what I'm going to do with this this SVG is I am going to, let me bring this down just a little bit. I am going to go ahead and just weld it. And yes, I could attach it, and yes, I could weld it, and I am choosing to weld it. And what I'm going to do is just kind of get a good look at it, make sure that it, you know, it fits nicely, that it's not too big. And I think this is going to look amazing. I think I do want an offset, but maybe not too big. I think that is going to be it. Click apply and change the color to white. Okay, so I have it exactly how I want it now. And well, I'm going to bring it down. I'm going to hold my shift key. I'm going to select the regular green font and the offset, and I'm going to group them. I'm going to bring it down just a little bit just to make sure that I don't have any overlap at the top. I definitely don't want any overlap, even though I don't think it would look that bad. I want the font to be down at the bottom. Okay, so I think I have it just the way I want it now, and I am going to get rid of my templates here. So I'm going to remove that, and I'm going to remove this. So I should have 3 mats, one for my green font, one for my white font, and then one for my print then cut image. Okay, so I'm going to click make it. Okay, and because I'm using the Siser EasyColor DTV, remember that is not a project that needs to be mirrored. And so I am going to, I don't know why it says that. Okay, so I am not going to mirror this, but I am going to get this cut out. And then for my other 2, I'm going to see if I can move my green. Let me see if I can move my green font to the same mat as my white. And look at that, I can. So now I need to remember that the green goes at the bottom and the white is at the top. And I do need to mirror this because I'm using heat transfer vinyl. Okay, so I'm going to stop here. Well, I'm going to click continue first, and I will show you my printer settings. And then what I'll do after I get ready to print is I will do everything else back on the camera. The Siser EasyColor DTV has a shiny side and it has a white side. I am going to put my paper face down with the white side face down and the shiny side facing up. So this will be dependent upon the printer that you have. I'm using a Canon MX470 printer, and this is not sublimation. So this is what the printed image looks like when it comes out of the printer, and the ink is already dry, so there's no drying time. This is not sublimation. So what I'm going to do now is get this image cut out, even though I could really cut this by myself if I had a steady hand, but I'm going to allow my Cricut to do it. We will go over to the Cricut and let the Cricut cut this and the heat transfer vinyl. I have my dial set to custom. I am going to get the image placed on the mat in the exact same direction that it's in Cricut Design Space, and I will let my Cricut cut this out. The material setting is set to printable iron-on light. Now I will get my vinyl loaded on. Well, I have it loaded on my mat and I'm going to get it loaded into my machine. I'm going to change the setting to iron on. I can just change it right here because this is iron on. And I will click the flashing C. While my heat press is heating up, I'm going to go ahead and weed out the vinyl because I'm actually going to press the vinyl on the bag first. I'll speed this part up. So I have my heat press heating up to 330 degrees because I'm going to be pressing Siser EasyWeed, and if the recommended setting, if you're using an easy press, is to add 20 degrees to the vinyl, to the heat setting. So I'm going to press this on 330 degrees for 15 seconds. I am going to put the easy press mat on the inside of the bag. So let me remove the tag. And once again, these bags came from Michaels, and they are on the clearance rack for $1 if you can find them. They are not available online. I have not been able to find them online. I actually had to go to the store. I'm gonna press this side. Okay, and I am going to give my bag a pre-press. Now I am going to get the white vinyl placed on the bag first. I'm just going to kind of line it up where I want it to go. Okay, so I'm going to have to move this out in order to get a good press. And I am not going to use a Teflon sheet or anything. I'm going to press this on 330 degrees for 15 seconds, and I am adding pressure. Okay, now I'm going to press this side. Don't feel like I pressed it really good right there, but I'm okay with that because I am going to be pressing again with the green vinyl, and the Siser EasyWeed is a hot or cold peel. So I'm just gonna do that, and I'll make sure to press it really good on this side and be very careful about that. Now I am going to get the green layer placed on top very, very carefully. Let's get it lined up at the top. Ooh, that looks really good. That looks really, really good. Now I am a little bit concerned about this down here, so I might just cut this off and do this part separately. I think I will do that. I will do this separately just to get it layered, and I will use a sheet of parchment paper. Okay. The rest of this should line up just fine. There we go. Okay. I'll let this cool off a little bit because the HTV Ront is not a warm peel. I think it's it's not a hot peel. I think it's a warm peel. So I'm gonna let this cool off just a little bit before I pull the backing off. And you already know what I'm gonna say. You already know. I'm not even finished. And I'm going to say I love it. I'm not even finished, and I'm going to say I love it. So that is the first part of the bag. Now it's time to press the Siser EasyColor DTV. I am going to put this Easy Press mat back in the bag just to give me good even pressure. And I am going to give it a little pre-press, but I am going to bring my temperature down to 315 degrees. So you'll see I'm pressing the image second after the HTV because it won't hurt this HTV to be pressed again if it happens by accident, but I definitely don't want to press this image again. So I'm bringing my Easy Press down to 315 degrees, and I'm not going to use the TTD mask because this is just one solid image. I'm just going to use a sheet of parchment paper on top. And just take it from the mat. I'm going to cover it with a sheet of parchment paper, and I am going to give this firm pressure because I'm using my Easy Press. I'm going to press it for 15 seconds. All right, let's see. Okay, that gave it a, looks like a matte look. Let's see what adding the Teflon will do. Okay, so this is the finished product, and what am I going to say? I love it. I love it. Now, I honestly can't tell if there's a difference between the Teflon and the parchment paper. I think it looks actually exactly the same, but let me know your thoughts. Like, do you think it looks better? Do you think it looks glossy? Do you think it looks more matte? Give me your opinion. Now, I do think my picture is dark. I do think I should have kind of edited the picture a little bit to make it brighter, but I'm still overall happy with the way this turned out. I actually love it. I love the way this turned out, and I'm excited to hear your thoughts. What will you put on your bag? You know, will it be a picture of your family on beach day, or will it be, you know, you and your dog and a, you know, doggy day out? There are so many options for this, maybe for a family reunion or a book club. You have endless possibilities. But at any rate, if you found this tutorial helpful, please consider liking the video, subscribing to my channel, and turning on the bell for notifications, because I do upload new content every single week. Thank you so much for joining me today, and thanks for watching. Bye.